Every thought you have carries more weight than you may realize. It's not just a fleeting moment in your mind. It is a message sent out into the universe, a signal that tells the world who you are and who you want to become. Picture your thoughts as threads woven into a vast, unseen web of reality, connecting you to everything and everyone around you. Each time you think, you cast a vibration into the fabric of existence, shaping the reality you experience. These thoughts aren't passive. They have the power to pull you toward different versions of yourself and the life you wish to live. Could it be possible that the key to unlocking your highest potential lies in simply thinking differently? Could you, through the power of your thoughts, attract new opportunities, experiences, and outcomes that you once thought were out of reach? The fascinating truth is that you can, and it all starts within your mind. Throughout this journey, we'll uncover the powerful connection between your thoughts, the quantum field, and the reality you are currently experiencing. By understanding how your internal narrative influences the quantum fabric of existence, you'll learn how to shift your thoughts, break free from old patterns, and align yourself with the version of reality that you desire. But first, let's explore something that sounds almost too mind-bending to be true: quantum entanglement. This phenomenon, which describes how particles can become intertwined no matter the distance between them, isn't just a property of atoms and molecules. It's the foundation for understanding how the mind operates. And as we dig deeper into this concept, you'll see how it's not just about physics. It's about you and how you can harness this power to change your life. If you're ready to stop repeating the same old outcomes, to break free from the limits you've been living with, then stay tuned. The key to unlocking your true potential is right in front of you. All it takes is a shift in your mindset, and you'll soon discover that every thought you think tells the universe exactly who you want to be. Your mind operates like a quantum field, constantly in motion. It pulls you toward different versions of yourself, and through this vast energetic web, it connects you to countless potential outcomes and possibilities. Just like quantum particles that can exist in multiple states at once, your mind has the power to tap into an infinite number of versions of reality. These realities are waiting for you, and all it takes to step into them is the right kind of focus, your focus on your thoughts. At the very core of quantum physics, there is the idea that reality is not as fixed as it seems. Instead, everything is fluid, shifting, and based on probabilities. In other words, the universe doesn't have a singular outcome for you. It has many. The question is, which version of yourself do you want to experience? The path to that version lies within the way you think, the beliefs you hold, and the intentions you set. You can literally become a different person by shifting your thought patterns. Just like a quantum particle's behavior is influenced by observation, your reality is influenced by your mental focus and perception. What you focus on, you create. This means that every thought you have, no matter how small or fleeting, has the potential to shift your trajectory in life. You are always, whether you realize it or not, participating in a grand co-creation with the universe. Every time you choose a thought, you align yourself with a particular set of outcomes. Think about it. How often do you find yourself imagining a future where you're stuck in the same place you are now, surrounded by the same people and experiencing the same challenges? Each time you think like this, you reinforce the current version of reality. This is where the magic happens. By shifting your thoughts, you can direct your focus toward new outcomes. You can choose which version of reality you want to enter just by changing your thinking. The mind's ability to create multiple realities isn't just a theoretical concept. It's a practical tool. And the best part? You have complete control over it. You can shape your own existence by becoming aware of your thoughts and understanding that they are not passive. They are potent forces that shape everything around you. Now that we've explored how the mind operates on a quantum level, let's look at one of the most powerful concepts in quantum physics: entanglement. The mind doesn't just influence the physical reality around you. It entangles with the universe itself, connecting you to a vast web of infinite possibilities. There's a force, invisible yet powerful, connecting you to everything around you. This force operates through the same principles that govern the universe itself. It's quantum entanglement, a phenomenon where two particles, no matter how far apart, remain connected in a way that allows them to affect each other. It's like a cosmic bond that defies distance and time. The most remarkable part? This isn't limited to atoms or particles. It extends to you, the individual, your thoughts, and even your consciousness. Quantum entanglement suggests that everything in the universe is deeply connected at a fundamental level. The reality we experience isn't just composed of isolated objects and people, but rather an interconnected web of energy. This web is influenced by every thought and action we take, creating ripples that spread out into the quantum field. Your mind is a part of this vast network, and every thought you have interacts with it. Your thoughts and emotions can reach far beyond the confines of your body, influencing the world and creating the experiences you live. This is where it gets truly fascinating. Your consciousness, your awareness, isn't isolated. You are not just an individual experiencing a disconnected reality. Your thoughts and energy are entangled with everything and everyone around you. In essence, you are an active participant in shaping the universe. As you think, you send out signals into this web, attracting experiences, people, and opportunities that resonate with the energy of your thoughts. Your mind is a receiver and transmitter of quantum information. When you focus your thoughts, you affect the quantum field, guiding it toward the reality you wish to manifest. This process is constantly happening, whether you are aware of it or not. It's like tuning into a specific radio frequency. Each thought you think fine-tunes the signal, adjusting the reality you experience. The more conscious you become of this power, the more you can consciously direct it. Quantum entanglement demonstrates that your consciousness is not limited by the material world. It is connected to an infinite number of possibilities. These possibilities are not confined to time or space, and you can shift your reality by focusing on the right thoughts. This is why the concept of shifting to different versions of yourself is so powerful. Your mind has access to these multiple versions, and through thought you can move from one to the other. But how do you tap into this hidden force? It all starts with awareness. Once you begin to understand that your thoughts are sending out signals into the universe, you realize the incredible power you have to shape your life. By focusing on the thoughts and feelings that align with the reality you desire, you create the conditions for that reality to emerge. Think about the patterns in your life, whether it's a recurring issue, a feeling of being stuck, or a constant cycle of the same outcomes. These patterns don't exist by accident. They are the result of old thoughts and beliefs anchoring you to past realities. Just like a ship tethered to an anchor, your mind may be holding onto outdated versions of who you are, preventing you from moving forward. These old thought patterns are a form of mental conditioning, a subconscious program that repeats itself until you consciously choose to break free. We are creatures of habit, and our minds often fall into repetitive thought loops based on past experiences, beliefs, and societal conditioning. These repetitive thoughts become embedded in our consciousness, creating a reality that mirrors the past. It's a cycle that can feel difficult to break, but it is not insurmountable. The first step in breaking free from these old outcomes is recognizing the role that your thoughts play in anchoring you to them. Your thoughts are not just passive reactions to the world around you. They are active forces shaping your experiences. These thoughts, formed from past experiences and beliefs, limit your potential because they are based on what you've already experienced, not on what is possible. They keep you anchored to a version of reality that is no longer serving you. This could manifest in your life as a sense of being stuck, repeating the same challenges, or feeling disconnected from your true potential. The most frustrating part? You may not even realize that these thought patterns are the ones holding you back. But the truth is, you have the power to release these old anchors and break free from the limitations they impose. The key to breaking this cycle lies in becoming aware of the thoughts that are keeping you tethered to the past. Once you identify these patterns, you can begin to consciously choose new thoughts that align with the future you want to create. To release yourself from the past, you must shift your internal narrative. Instead of holding on to past failures, mistakes, or beliefs, begin to focus on what you want to create in your life. Every time a limiting thought arises, you have the power to replace it with one that empowers you. This process takes practice, but by consistently choosing new thoughts, you rewire your mind and break free from the cycle of old outcomes. The past no longer has to define you. Your future is not predetermined by your past thoughts. By shifting your thinking and releasing the old anchors, you open yourself up to new possibilities. You are not bound by what has happened before. You are free to create the future you desire. Your thoughts are not isolated, fleeting ideas that simply pass through your mind. They have power, they shape your reality. Every thought you think sends out a signal to the universe, influencing everything you experience. This signal creates a feedback loop where your thoughts influence your actions, and your actions, in turn, create outcomes that reinforce the beliefs you hold. The loop continues, strengthening itself with every cycle, shaping the reality you live in. This phenomenon is known as the thought-action loop, and it's one of the most fundamental forces behind how you create your reality. Every thought you have triggers emotions which influence your behavior. The behavior you exhibit leads to outcomes, and those outcomes feed back into your thinking, reinforcing your beliefs. It's a cycle that can either propel you toward the life you want or keep you stuck in a cycle of limitations. If you think positively, with a mindset that aligns with your desired future, you'll begin to take actions that move you toward that future. However, if you are caught in a loop of negative thinking, you'll often find yourself taking actions that reinforce those negative thoughts. For example, if you believe you are unworthy of success, your thoughts will align with this belief, and you'll take actions or avoid actions that reflect this mindset. You might procrastinate, sabotage opportunities, or even convince yourself that success is out of reach. But this loop can be broken. The first step is to realize that you have control over your thoughts. You are not a passive observer of your mind. Every time a thought arises, you have the power to choose whether to engage with it or not. By consciously choosing thoughts that align with the version of yourself you want to become, you can begin to break free from the old, limiting patterns that have been holding you back. When you break the cycle of negative thinking, the next step is to take action. The thoughts you think are only as powerful as the actions they inspire. If you think about the life you want to create but never take steps toward it, nothing will change. But when you align your thoughts with deliberate action, you break the thought-action loop of limitations and step into the flow of creation. This is the essence of manifestation, using your thoughts to generate the feelings, which then propel you into actions that bring about the reality you desire. Your thoughts don't just influence your feelings, they drive your behavior, and it's your behavior that ultimately creates your reality. By breaking free from limiting beliefs and aligning your actions with your desired outcomes, you begin to transform the feedback loop. The cycle shifts from one of stagnation to one of growth and creation. The secret lies in consistency. Just as it takes time for a seed to sprout and grow, it takes time for new thought patterns to take root and transform your reality. But if you consistently choose thoughts that align with your goals and take action toward them, you will eventually break the old loop and step into a new reality. You are not powerless. Your thoughts are the fuel that drives your actions, and your actions are what create the life you want to live. By choosing to engage with the right thoughts and taking aligned action, you can break free from the cycle of limitation and begin creating a life full of limitless possibilities. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools available for creating your desired reality. When you use the power of your imagination, you align your internal world with the external world, allowing you to manifest the life you want. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a deliberate, focused mental practice that connects your thoughts to the quantum field and shapes the future you desire. Visualization works on the principle that your mind cannot tell the difference between what you vividly imagine and what you experience in real life. When you visualize something in great detail, whether it's a future event, a goal you wish to achieve, or the person you want to become, your brain processes it as though it's actually happening. This creates a powerful energetic resonance, sending a signal to the universe that aligns with your desired outcome. By vividly imagining your future, you are, in essence, programming your subconscious mind to align with that future. The more you focus on the desired outcome, the stronger the signal becomes. The quantum field responds to this signal, arranging the circumstances, people, and opportunities needed to bring your vision to life. But this process requires consistency. Just as you wouldn't expect to see a plant sprout after watering it once, your vision needs to be nourished regularly with focused attention. Visualization also taps into the emotional aspect of manifestation. The more emotions you attach to your visualizations, the more powerful they become. When you imagine your desired future, feel the emotions that would come with it. Experience the joy, excitement, gratitude, and pride as though you've already achieved your goals. These emotional vibrations amplify the signal you're sending out to the universe, making your manifestation more potent. But visualization is not just about seeing a future you desire. It's about becoming the person who would naturally create that reality. You can visualize not just the end goal, but the process. Imagine yourself taking the steps, making the decisions, and experiencing the growth that will lead you to your desired outcome. When you connect to the emotions and experiences of becoming the person who achieves your goals, you align your internal state with the external reality you want to manifest. To make the most of visualization, it's important to make it a daily practice. Set aside time each day to focus on your goals. Immerse yourself in the feelings of success, and visualize the path that will lead you to the life you desire. Over time, the visualization will become more than just a mental exercise. It will become a blueprint for your life, a roadmap that your subconscious mind follows to create your desired reality. Visualization is more than a technique. It's a way of living, a way of seeing the world through the lens of possibility. By regularly visualizing the life you want, you are actively participating in the creation of that life. The more vivid, detailed, and emotionally charged your visualizations are, the more they become a part of your reality. Your internal narrative, the story you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of, has an extraordinary influence over the life you lead. If your inner story is one of limitation, doubt, or fear, you will likely find yourself living a reality that reflects those beliefs. Conversely, if you rewrite your internal narrative to one that is empowering, expansive, and aligned with your highest potential, you will begin to see that reality materialize in your external world. Changing your internal narrative is more than just thinking positive thoughts. It is about consciously choosing to let go of the beliefs, patterns, and habits that no longer serve you. It is about rewriting the script that governs your life and replacing the old, limiting beliefs with new ones that reflect the person you want to become. This shift can be profound, as it fundamentally changes how you perceive yourself and the world around you. Your thoughts shape your beliefs, and your beliefs shape your actions. If you consistently think that you are not good enough or that success is reserved for others, your actions will align with those beliefs. You might not take risks, you might hold yourself back from opportunities, and you may even self-sabotage when things start to go well. This is because your subconscious mind is constantly working to confirm the beliefs you hold about yourself, and it will find ways to prove that these beliefs are true, even if they are not. To rewrite your internal narrative, you first need to become aware of the stories you are telling yourself. Start by paying attention to the thoughts that arise throughout your day, especially those that trigger negative emotions or reactions. These thoughts are often linked to deep-seated beliefs about yourself and your capabilities. Once you identify these limiting thoughts, challenge them. Are they truly accurate? Do they reflect the person you want to be? Are they based on past experiences that no longer have any bearing on your present reality? The next step is to replace these limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. For example, if you've always thought of yourself as not good enough to succeed in a particular area, rewrite that belief to something like, I am worthy of success, and I am capable of achieving my goals. This new belief doesn't just negate the old one. It replaces it with a stronger, more positive narrative that aligns with your true potential. But rewriting your internal narrative is not just about changing the words in your head. It's about shifting your identity. You must see yourself as the person who already embodies the qualities you want to cultivate. If you want to be more confident, imagine yourself as a confident person and start acting accordingly. If you want to be more successful, envision yourself already achieving your goals and align your thoughts and actions with that vision. The more you do this, the more you begin to see yourself as that new version of yourself, and the more you will start to manifest the reality that reflects that identity. This process takes time and practice, but over time, the new narrative becomes second nature. You begin to automatically think and act in alignment with your desired outcomes, and your reality shifts accordingly. Changing your internal narrative is one of the most powerful ways to align your thoughts with the quantum field and begin creating the life you truly desire. The idea of becoming the architect of your own reality is empowering, but it's also a responsibility. It means recognizing that you are not a passive participant in life, simply waiting for things to happen to you. Instead, you are an active creator, shaping your life through your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. You have the power to design your reality from the inside out, but to do this, you must transcend the ordinary and step into a higher level of consciousness. Transcending the ordinary requires breaking free from the confines of conventional thinking. It means letting go of limiting beliefs about what is possible and embracing the idea that there are no limits to what you can achieve. The truth is, the universe is abundant, and there are infinite possibilities available to you. However, to access these possibilities, you must shift your mindset from one of scarcity and limitation to one of abundance and possibility. This shift begins with recognizing that you are the creator of your reality. If you've been living life according to someone else's expectations, or following patterns and habits that don't serve you, it's time to break free. It's time to step into your power and become the person who creates their own destiny. The first step in transcending the ordinary is to start thinking beyond what you already know. If you are constantly thinking within the boundaries of your current reality, you will only create more of the same. But if you begin to entertain new ideas, new possibilities, and new ways of thinking, you open up the space for greater opportunities to come into your life. Start by asking yourself, what do I truly want? What is the life I want to create? These are powerful questions that can help guide you out of the limitations of the ordinary. By envisioning the life you want to live and stepping into that vision with confidence, you begin to shift your energy toward that reality. Your thoughts, beliefs, and actions begin to align with the person you want to become, and the universe responds accordingly. One of the most important things to understand is that becoming the architect of your own reality requires conscious effort. It's not enough to simply wish for a better life. You must take aligned action toward that life every single day. This means making decisions that reflect your highest potential and taking steps toward your goals, even when it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. As you transcend the ordinary, you start to realize that you have the ability to shape your life in ways that were once unimaginable. The ordinary becomes extraordinary when you recognize that your thoughts and actions are the building blocks of your reality. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are the architect, the creator, and the designer of your life. Emotion is far more than a reaction to events in your life. It is the energetic force that amplifies the power of your thoughts. In fact, emotions are one of the most potent tools you can use to manifest your desires. Just as thoughts send signals into the quantum field, emotions infuse those signals with a vibrational frequency that magnifies their power, directing them toward your reality with precision. The connection between thought and emotion is inseparable. When you think about a goal or desire, the emotion that arises is the energy that propels that thought forward. Emotions fuel your thoughts, making them more intense, more powerful, and more capable of manifesting in your life. For instance, when you think about achieving a goal and feel excitement, gratitude, or joy, those emotions elevate the vibrational frequency of the thought, aligning your energy with the outcome you desire. Conversely, negative emotions like fear, doubt, or frustration lower your vibrational frequency and can cause resistance, making it harder for your desires to materialize. Emotion is not just a passive experience. It's a dynamic force that shapes your reality. Your feelings are directly connected to the energetic field around you, and when you focus on the emotions tied to your desires, you are sending a clear message to the universe about what you are attracting. This is where the power of emotional alignment comes into play. For instance, if you want to attract financial abundance into your life, it's not enough to simply think about money. You need to cultivate the emotions of abundance, wealth, and prosperity. You need to feel the joy, security, and excitement that come with financial freedom. The more you immerse yourself in these emotions, the more aligned you become with the reality of financial abundance. Your thoughts become magnetized by the emotions you attach to them, and the universe responds by bringing you opportunities and circumstances that match your vibrational frequency. This is why emotional mastery is key in the process of quantum creation. If you want to manifest your desires, you must learn to cultivate and maintain emotions that align with the reality you wish to create. This involves becoming aware of your emotional state and actively choosing thoughts and feelings that elevate your vibration. It's a practice that requires discipline, but the rewards are immense. To master your emotions, start by recognizing the feelings that arise in response to your thoughts. Are they positive or negative? Are they in alignment with the outcomes you want to create? If your emotions are negative, take a step back and examine the thoughts that are fueling them. Shift your focus to thoughts that evoke positive emotions and allow those feelings to become the driving force behind your actions. As you become more aware of the role emotions play in your creation process, you'll begin to see how easily you can shift your reality by shifting your emotions. Your emotions are the energetic currency you use to purchase the life you want. By consistently aligning your thoughts and emotions with your desires, you create the perfect conditions for manifestation to occur. The power of emotion in quantum creation is undeniable. When you intentionally raise your vibrational frequency through positive emotions, you send out a signal that aligns with your goals, and you attract the circumstances, people, and opportunities needed to bring those goals into reality. Emotion is the bridge between thought and manifestation, and when you learn to harness its power, you unlock the door to unlimited possibilities. Time, as we know it, is an illusion. In the physical world, we experience time as a linear progression from past to present to future, but this view of time is limiting. In quantum physics, however, time is not confined to this linear structure. Instead, it is fluid, malleable, and interconnected. This means that you don't have to be bound by the limitations of time when it comes to manifesting your desires. The key is shifting your perception of time and understanding that you can access different moments in your life, no matter when they occur. Think of time as a vast river, flowing in all directions, with infinite branches representing countless possible outcomes. The past, present, and future are not fixed. They exist simultaneously as potential experiences. You are not limited to only the present moment. You have the ability to influence both the past and the future with your thoughts. This is where the concept of quantum time comes into play. In quantum physics, there is the idea that particles are not confined to a single point in time. They exist in multiple states at once. This phenomenon is known as superposition, and it shows us that the future is not predetermined. The future is not a single, unchangeable point. It is a range of possibilities that are constantly being influenced by our thoughts and choices in the present. By understanding that time is not a fixed entity, you can begin to live beyond the constraints of linear thinking. You don't have to be stuck in the patterns of the past or wait for the future to unfold in a predictable way. Instead, you can transcend time by consciously shifting your focus to the future you want to create and taking action toward it in the present. One of the most powerful ways to break the limits of time is through visualization. As we discussed earlier, visualization allows you to mentally experience the future you desire as though it is happening right now. When you vividly imagine a desired outcome, you are not only aligning with that future, but you are also collapsing time, bringing that future into the present moment. This process is a form of quantum creation, where you step outside the linear flow of time and begin to shape your reality according to your vision. Another way to transcend time is by letting go of past experiences and limiting beliefs. If you are constantly thinking about past failures or traumas, you are anchoring yourself to the past, which prevents you from accessing the future possibilities that exist in the quantum field. To break free from this, you must consciously choose to let go of past memories and the emotions tied to them. By doing this, you free yourself to create new possibilities, unencumbered by the limitations of past experiences. Time is not a barrier to your dreams. It is a tool. Once you realize that you are not bound by the traditional constraints of time, you gain access to a broader spectrum of potential outcomes. The past, present, and future are all part of the same interconnected web of existence, and you can shift between them by consciously directing your thoughts and actions. The key is to stop thinking of time as a linear experience and begin to use it as a flexible, dynamic force that can be influenced by your intentions. To tap into the power of quantum creation, mastering your internal dialogue is crucial. Your internal dialogue is the constant stream of thoughts that flows through your mind, shaping how you perceive yourself, your world, and your possibilities. It can either reinforce old beliefs that limit you or help you build a future that aligns with your highest potential. The first step in shifting your internal dialogue is becoming aware of it. We often go through our daily lives without paying much attention to the thoughts that occupy our minds. Yet, these thoughts have a profound effect on the way we experience reality. If your internal dialogue is filled with negativity, self-doubt, or limiting beliefs, It will create a reality that reflects those thoughts. On the other hand, if your dialogue is empowering, positive, and aligned with your desires, it will attract the reality you want to create. One of the most effective techniques for shifting your internal dialogue is affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself to replace limiting beliefs and thoughts. They help reprogram your subconscious mind by introducing new, empowering ideas. For example, if you struggle with the belief that you're not worthy of success, you might use an affirmation like, "I am worthy of success, and I attract abundance into my life." By repeating this affirmation regularly, you begin to overwrite the old, limiting belief with a new, empowering one. But affirmations alone are not enough. They must be backed by emotional resonance. Simply saying a phrase without connecting to the emotions behind it won't create the same impact. As you repeat your affirmations, focus on the feelings you would experience if they were already true. Feel the joy, excitement, and gratitude that would come with achieving your goals. This emotional connection amplifies the power of the affirmation, sending a stronger signal to the quantum field and aligning your energy with the desired outcome. Another powerful technique is meditation. Meditation allows you to silence the noise of your daily thoughts and tap into the deeper layers of your consciousness. By practicing mindfulness, you can observe your thoughts without judgment and begin to shift them consciously. Meditation also helps to calm your mind and raise your vibration, making it easier to align with the positive thoughts that will create your desired reality. Regular meditation practice allows you to build awareness of your internal dialogue and shift it from negativity to positivity. In addition to affirmations and meditation, conscious thinking is another technique to shift your internal dialogue. Conscious thinking involves actively choosing your thoughts rather than letting them run on autopilot. When you catch yourself thinking negatively or in a way that limits your potential, you can stop and redirect your thoughts toward a more positive and empowering direction. This requires practice and self-discipline, but over time, it becomes easier to choose thoughts that serve you. It's also helpful to visualize the new version of yourself. See yourself living the life you want, acting confidently, and making decisions that align with your highest goals. The more vividly you imagine this version of yourself, the more real it becomes. When you visualize your desired outcomes, you reinforce the internal dialogue that supports those outcomes, further aligning your energy with your goals. By consistently practicing these techniques, you begin to shift your internal dialogue from one of limitation to one of empowerment. You start to see yourself as capable, worthy, and deserving of the life you desire. The more you strengthen these positive thought patterns, the more they become your default mindset. Your internal dialogue begins to create a feedback loop, reinforcing the reality you want to manifest. Intention is the invisible force that guides your thoughts, actions, and experiences. It is the energy behind every decision you make, the focus behind every goal you set, and the force that drives the manifestation of your desires. While thoughts are powerful, intention is the laser focus that directs those thoughts toward specific outcomes. When your thoughts are aligned with a clear intention, they become a potent tool for quantum creation. The power of intention is often underestimated. Many people go through life without consciously setting clear intentions, allowing external circumstances to dictate their actions and outcomes. However, when you set a clear intention, you take control of your reality. Intentions act as a guiding force, directing your thoughts and actions toward the specific goals you wish to achieve. They serve as the foundation for your manifestations, ensuring that your energy is aligned with your desires. Intention works on a quantum level, much like a GPS system. When you set an intention, you are essentially saying to the universe, "This is where I want to go." The universe then responds by aligning circumstances, opportunities, and people to help you reach your destination. But just as with any GPS system, you need to stay on course. If you allow your thoughts to wander off track, your intentions can lose their power. The key to harnessing the full power of intention is clarity. The more specific and clear your intention, the more focused your energy becomes. Instead of vaguely wishing for success or happiness, define what success and happiness mean to you. What does your ideal life look like? What steps do you need to take to get there? The more details you provide, the more easily the universe can align with your vision. Once your intention is set, it is important to align your thoughts and actions with that intention. If your intention is to achieve financial abundance, for example, your thoughts should align with abundance, and your actions should reflect that mindset. If you act as though money is already flowing into your life, you will begin to attract the circumstances and opportunities that support that belief. Intention is not just about wishing for something to happen. It's about aligning your energy with the desired outcome and taking inspired action toward it. It's also important to understand that intention is not a one-time act. Setting an intention is just the beginning. It must be followed by consistent focus and action. Every time you think a thought or take an action, ask yourself, does this align with my intention? If not, redirect your thoughts and actions toward what you truly desire. Another powerful aspect of intention is detachment. While you must be clear and focused on your intention, it's equally important to detach from the outcome. When you obsess over the how or when of your desire, you create resistance. Let go of the need to control the process and trust that the universe will bring your intention to fruition in the right time and in the right way. By aligning your thoughts with intention and consistently acting toward your goals, you direct your energy toward the manifestation of your desires. Intention serves as the beacon that guides you through the quantum field, ensuring that every thought and action takes you closer to the reality you want to create. To live in the quantum flow is to step fully into your power and align with the version of yourself that already embodies everything you wish to create. The quantum field operates on the principle that everything is interconnected and in constant motion. Just as particles are constantly in flux, so too are you, constantly evolving and shifting between different versions of yourself. To live in the quantum flow means to embrace this continuous transformation and trust in the process of becoming. Living in the quantum flow requires you to embody the version of yourself that is already living your desired reality. This means that instead of waiting for external circumstances to change before you can feel or act in alignment with your goals, you must begin to act as though your desired reality is already true. By stepping into the energy of your future self, you draw that reality toward you, attracting the experiences, people, and opportunities that match your highest potential. The key to embodying your new self is to live as though you already are the person you want to become. If you wish to attract more abundance, for example, begin to think and act as if abundance is already a part of your life. This doesn't mean pretending or faking it. It means genuinely embodying the mindset, emotions, and behaviors of someone who is already living that reality. When you align with your desired future self, you tap into the quantum field in a way that makes your desired reality more likely to materialize. To live in the quantum flow, you must also release resistance. Resistance comes from the fear and doubt that arise when we believe that something is outside our reach. It's the feeling of being disconnected from your desires, as if they are unattainable. This resistance blocks the flow of energy from the quantum field and creates an energetic mismatch between you and your desires. To release resistance, you must let go of the need to control the outcome and trust in the process of manifestation. Understand that everything you desire is already available to you in the quantum field, and all that is required is your alignment with it. This process of alignment involves consistent inner work. It requires you to check in with yourself regularly and ask, am I in alignment with the version of myself that I want to become? This could involve daily practices like meditation, affirmations, visualization, or journaling. Anything that helps you stay connected to your highest self and ensures that your thoughts and actions are in harmony with your goals. Another aspect of living in the quantum flow is surrendering the need for perfection. Many people get stuck in the belief that they must have everything figured out before they can live the life they desire. They wait for the right time or feel that they must be perfect before they can manifest their goals. But the truth is, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be authentic. The quantum field doesn't require perfection. It requires alignment. By surrendering to the flow of life and trusting in your own growth, you allow the universe to bring the right circumstances at the right time. As you begin to live in the quantum flow, you will find that things seem to fall into place effortlessly. You will start to notice synchronicities, opportunities, and connections that align with your desires. This is the magic of quantum creation. The more you embody your desired reality, the more that reality begins to materialize. You will no longer be chasing after your dreams. Your dreams will come to you as a result of your alignment with them. Living in the quantum flow means letting go of the struggle and embracing the natural rhythm of life. It means trusting that the universe is always working in your favor, even when things don't seem to be going your way. When you live in alignment with your highest self, everything you need will be provided for you in perfect timing. The key is to trust the process and stay in the flow of creation. By embodying your new self and living in the quantum flow, you open yourself up to infinite possibilities. You tap into the universal energy that is always available to you, and you begin to create the life you have always dreamed of. Your thoughts, beliefs, and actions will be in perfect harmony with the reality you wish to manifest, and you will experience the magic of quantum creation on a daily basis. Every thought you think is a key that unlocks a door to a new version of yourself and a new version of reality. You are not limited by the past, nor are you bound to a fixed future. Your thoughts shape the quantum field and send out signals that create the experiences you encounter. By understanding and embracing the power of your thoughts, you can unlock infinite possibilities and begin creating the life you desire. Throughout this journey, we've explored the quantum principles that govern your reality and how you can harness them to transform your life. From understanding the quantum mind and the interconnectedness of all things, to mastering your thoughts and emotions, we've seen how every aspect of your internal world plays a crucial role in shaping your external reality. The key to unlocking your highest potential lies in conscious creation. You have the power to choose your thoughts, beliefs, and actions, and through this conscious alignment, you can manifest a reality beyond your wildest dreams. The universe is not something you are separate from. It is something you are deeply entangled with. And as you shift your thoughts and align your energy, you begin to experience the extraordinary dimensions of existence that were always available to you. Remember, the power to transform your life lies within you. Every thought you think tells the universe exactly who you want to be. By consciously shifting your internal narrative, mastering your emotions, and aligning your actions with your desires, you can step into a new version of yourself and create the life you were always meant to live. The possibilities are infinite, and they are waiting for you to unlock them.